So what we're going to do, we're going to have Isabel sit in the chair for a second. I want to show you how the... I want to show you how the same principles we just worked on with those hands and moving around that person's personal space and so on. I want to show you how the different principles work even when the person sat down in a chair or if they're in a bed or whatever. So it's more about the principle of the thing rather than the specific technique, right? So what we're going to do is ask for a volunteer, somebody, right? There's something wrong with Isabel's foot. She either needs a shoe put on or a shoe taken off or some laces tied or a bandage put on or something like that. I need a volunteer to do that for me. Good. That's it. So you do it from there, right? Excellent. Thank you. Golf clap. Now, about 19 out of 20 carers that I would ask to do that task would do that the same way. If I asked you a question, though, if I said, and I could say it to Heather again, I'd say, could you do it safer?
Mm-hmm. Could you do it safer?
Yeah.
I'd probably sit at the side.
And you probably sit at the side. And that's a brilliant demonstration of what we're talking about is like, you get close to people every day, but do you do it safely? You do maybe a task like that a couple of times a day, but do you do it safely? And we can probably get a bit smarter about that, right? So I'm just going to show you how I would do this, or a suggestion using those principles. So which foot was it? Isabel's, that foot. So I would probably come from this direction, and I would do it this way. Isabel, how are you doing? That's Gerard. I can see you've got an issue down there with your foot. I'm going to help you out. Is that okay? Can I get started? Alright, so what I want you to do is just take a lie back for me. Just relax in your chair. Just lean back for me. There you go, get nice and relaxed. Okay, that's brilliant. And then I would come in from here, and I would put this one just there like that. Okay, this hand then, I would use it this way. So I put this frame, this extended frame that we talk about, we'll talk about it a little bit later, that across that shin. Now, at this point, can she kick me?
No.
No, right? So I would work this way to do whatever it is. If it was a shoe thing, can you extend your leg for me? But I would pick that up or whatever, I would just start doing it. But I would keep that there. Can she kick me?
No.
No, right? So that's that taken care of. Now everybody says there's another threat here. What is it? Those hands, right? Good. So let me show you something else about how I position myself here. Without moving any other part of your body, just extend your arm out towards the back of my head. Without moving any part of your body. Now see that? Right? So this is important, isn't it? Relax. If you were going to put your hand on the back of my head, just do that right now. Right on the back of my head. Don't worry, I'm clean. So but what did Isabel have to do to get that hand on the back of my head? She had to lean forward and take those shoulders off. So if we do it again, I'm here and I see that movement. I've got half a chance to maybe take that head out of the way. So there's a couple of things going on. By my positioning, I make sure as much as I can that I'm kind of out of range. She has to do something to get to me. The second thing here is, because of the way our vision is, I have peripheral vision. You all have widescreen TVs, right? There's a widescreen TV there. They go that way. You don't have long screen TVs. So if I come from the front and I go like this and I focus on this thing, can I see the top of her head?
No.
I can tell you no. I can just about see Isabel's fingers right now. So instead, I come from the side and I put my head here a little bit without compromising my manual handling principles, which is keep my back straight. But I would just do here and like that. And from here, my peripheral vision takes in everything up to the top of her head. So when she leans forward to take a hold of me, I can see the movement. So what that is now, you can take that and write it down as a technique, but what I want you to think about is, it's just a set of ideas that I might use in this position, or if I'm in a bed, or sorry, if my subject is in a bed, or if we're in a very confined space in a shower, or anything like that. You can use some, I think you can be more careful. Does that make sense?